And let's just move forward, and I would like to call in the era Mr. S.C. Garg, Head of Department Distribution from RECPDCL.
Thank you very much. First of all, very nice panel discussion, and really, at least I enjoyed it. Thank you, Vikas. Actually, now I want to highlight some kind of other challenges, similar to challenges which you have already discussed, and the way forwards. And it is fact, there is bound to be difference of opinions among the policy makers, among the utility, various industry stakeholders, but certainly one has to believe on the policy maker that they have come up with the policy after having lot of discussions, taking into account every stakeholder. So this journey may have lot of issues, lot of challenges, but ultimately solution has to be find out collectively by thinking each and every one. And we have to come out from their own zones to think about the country, how this program can be made successful. This is our biggest challenge. There might be a lot of discussion. Everyone has their own view. So, but we can only find the solution when we think out of box. So, presently, you see the government, as you know, the government has plan of 25 crores of meter to be installed by 25-26. Whereas, as on March 23, we have only successfully installed about 56 lakh of meters. The Bihar and Uttar Pradesh contribute almost 45% of the total smart meter installation across power utilities in India. Out of total smart meter installation in India, only 16 lakhs are on prepaid mode. So this is already we have very big challenge here. Just we are thinking about of 25 crores and we are here only of 16 lakhs. So industry has to go very long ahead. You see that different states journey in installation where Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, some kind of pilots in Haryana, Assam, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and have been carried out. So still we are at very penny states of affair. Now what in REC PDCL, as a subsidiary of REC, what we are doing, we are also implementing, we are also working as a PIA for smart meters around, already we have installed 2 lakh meters, particularly in Jammu and Kashmir and Chandigarh. But those are also, most of them are also on postpaid, not in prepaid. Now, I am just giving you the scenario, what is coming out under this scheme, which have envisaged that to be one of AISP has to be appointed for implementation. So, various DISCOMs has come out with the tenders to find out the lowest PMPM per meter per month cost. So, you will see from the right side graph, say in case of single phase meters for Assam, the lowest price is around 91 rupees per meter per month. The maximum is 150. So similarly, if we analyze the data of 4 DISCOM for states, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Mizoram, Tripura, you will see the lowest rate is 91 in one package or in another package, and it varies up to 155 for the case of Mizoram. So this is the country's perspective, where we are going, where the AMISP is going, how they are quoting. So this I intend to reflect before the audience. You see the second is for three phase. Similarly for three phase, the price is starting from say 120 around and it is going to 150 around. This is the case of here. But in case of REC PDCL, where REC PDCL has been given this mandate to implement this program for PGVCL and DGVCL in Gujarat, we floated the tender through GEM. This is first time in the country, B and Power Grid. Two agencies floated through GEM. And you see the miracle of the rates. We got this PGVCL and DGVCL for single phase around 68 to 69 rupees PMPM. Whereas for this three phase, we got around 90 rupees PMPM. Similarly, for the feeder meters and DT meters. So this is the advantage of, so you can see very well, in case of feeder meter and DT meters, the price is where we are going to quote in the state for a DISCOM, who is going to implement the program, how much difficulty they will face, how much security for their payment will be given. So this is one of the prime importance factors deciding in the bid. The total meter quantity tendered in these four states, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Mizoram and Tripura, is 3.2 crore. And Adani Transmission emerged as L1 for 46% of the total quantity. However, some packages of were rejected, in particularly in UP. Now, as a company, how our footprints are, just for our company perspective, just I have given this slides. So, as I have already said, around 2 lakhs meters we have implemented, in particularly in J&K. Sir was there here and telling the true story of the difficulties being faced in this difficult terrain. And moreover, not only in J&K, now we are also implementing in Ladakh also, the most difficult terrain, where the challenges of temperature also comes in. So, further, REC PDCL concluded smart meter process first time in the country through GEM of around 41 lakhs of installations, possibly at the lowest cost. The learning would be helpful for sector to bring down the cost. So because of we expect seeing these rates for Gujarat, PGVCL and DGVCL, we expect the industry stakeholders will be bound to think over these prices and will quote for other state DISCOMs accordingly. REC PDCL has developed dedicated team to run the award process and then assist states in the implementation process. Onboarding of all stakeholders, including AMISP, meter manufacturer, MDMS, and billing solution OEM, DISCOM, consumers, regulator, is the key for successful implementation of the smart meter project. This must be ensured at the bid level. Now, I am coming to the challenges and way forward in the prepaid smart meter implementation project. The challenges. First of all, there are segregated the challenges in the aspect of meter manufacturer, in the aspect of consumer, in the aspect of DISCOM, in the aspect of AMISP. I have categorized in four categories. So, meter manufacturers, presently the manufacturing capacity is about 100 million. There are only 5 meter manufacturers who contribute almost 55% of their total capacity. So you see in the right side, Schneider, Genus, Secure, HPL, Avon. These are the 5 only manufacturers which are presently contributing to the maximum capacity for supply of the meters. Out of these total 50 manufacturers are there in our country. Out of these 50 manufacturers, not all the firms have capability to manufacture as per BIS certified meters. So, and the one challenge is coverage of NABL accredited labs also. So, what we have to do? Requires for more stakeholder participation, more funds and more standardization to scale up the meter manufacturing capacity to meet the scheme timelines and to the actual segregated capacity of each manufacturer with BIS certification has to be assessed. This we have to carry out. So again I am repeating here, we have not to depend only on 5 manufacturers. The country's capacity for meter manufacturing has to be increased, has to make it this program is successful. There are so many meter manufacturers, they are struggling, certainly they are struggling with the issues, but they have to rise to the occasion for the sake, for the benefit of the country. Now, consumer perception and engagement. This is the one of the biggest challenge. Consumer perception is meter, always smart meter runs fast. ये तो तेज दौड़ता है. तो वहाँ पर उनका जो माइंडसेट है, that we need to change. Lack of clarity leads to inaccessibility to consumers on recovery of existing areas. जैसा सर भी बता रहे थे कि एग्जिस्टिंग जो एरियर्स हैं उनको किस तरीके से सेटल किया जाए, हाउ वी शुड सेटल द एरियर्स जो ड्यूरिंग द कन्वेंशनल मीटरिंग के दौरान जो एरियर्स क्रिएट हुए, हाउ टू सेटल दोज एरियर्स. वी हैव टू फाइंड ए सॉल्यूशन. दिस इज द चैलेंज सर्टेनली, बट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट it should not happen that we should leave this program. We should find the solution. Automatic enhancement, reduction of contracted demand based on real-time availability of consumer data. अब this was also a challenge before the utilities. Consumers were taking advantage of drawing higher electricity in some of the cases, many of the cases. But here the data has to be very accurate. The everything will be recorded. So the consumers again fear that if I switch on one AC more, my contract demand will enhance, will be increased and recorded. So we have to make aware the consumer about that. Lack of access to detailed bill breakup due to the discontinuance of paper bill, leaving a perception of high charges. This is also creating a problem in the mindset of the consumers. Because the paper bill has to be discontinued or has been discontinued in some of the cases, so they are not so much acquainted with the digital system and they feel the difficulty in accepting the rates and charges, what is the bill is coming. Limited awareness and use of mobile app to access all the relevant information. Difficulties in paying bill and recharge to have uninterrupted power supply. Delay in recharging and reconnection. So how the way forward can come up? The first or foremost, the requirement everyone understand is the political will. The political will and messaging from political leadership is must for implementation of this program. Undertake sustained consumer engagement to spread awareness of benefits and features of smart meters and the mobile app. The mobile app which we are creating must be very, very user friendly. I have seen 3-4 mobile apps, but I have myself has seen those mobile apps, one is I found very good and one is found I very bad. from perspective of as a consumer. So we have to be very methodical, we have to be very thinkful about that. The app should be as much as possible, it must be very user friendly. Allow consumers to use flexible payment features like flexible recharge option based on usage, waiver of conveyance fee for digital payments, rebate, etc. to generate acceptance of prepaid meters. For time being, at least we should think over this. DISCOM should send out timely alerts and facilitate a smooth recharge experience to dispel the fear of disconnection among prepaid consumers. State electricity regulators should also issue smart meter guidelines to ensure a uniform consumer experience such as rebate, happy hours, disconnection windows. End-to-end ownership of the smart meter program by DISCOM leadership. That has also to be taken to make it this program is successful. Now, from the perspective of AMISP, what are the challenges? Challenges is interoperability in multi-HES and multi-MDMS scenario. This is one of the challenge. And most of the industry friends are raising voice. This should not be multi-MDMS system. It should be single MDM. So why single MDM? Think from the other perspective also. And we should not be, I should rather use some harsh word even. We should not be consumer of one pocket only. We should find a solution which should be accepted, which should be open to all. Just my hint is sufficient, I think. Decision on multiple versus single MDM system in a DISCOM for scalability and better management of KPIs. Poor financial health of DISCOM give rise to payment security concerns in the AMISP and investor community. This aspect, so payment security, we have to made this program successful to make it very robust. Selection of scalable and reliable communication technology amongst multiple connectivity options, with each having its pros and cons. Either we have to take RF or GPRS, NB-IoT or hybrid. So we think over that and we should design our system in such a way that it is most beneficial to the DISCOM. So this becomes a challenge sometimes to the DISCOM also. Management of cyber security and integrity of system with large scale deployment to safeguard from any cyber threats and attack. Availability of smart meters, SIM, skilled manpower to deploy it. So how we can cope up with such kind of problems? Need to develop a smart meter system on open standards for seamless interoperability of HES with multiple meter manufacturers, a modular and technology agnostic system with approach to one size fit all shall benefit the rapid rollout. The whole discussion was this. I am talking, everyone says in every perspective it always suitable, then one size does not fit for all. Always it is suitable. But here, I am saying it, you please take care of this note. Here for meters system, we have to create such an environment that one size fit for all. If I suppose I am putting the meter of genus, it must be fit. If I want to change it with some other kind of system, it must be in the system. So industry has to think. Industry has to come up on the open standard. That is the whole idea. The MDM system implementation is the scope of AMISP to avoid any ambiguity related to meeting the KPIs, SLAs. However, multiple versus single MDM issue must be resolved. So this is very essential. We have seen in what happened in RAP-DRP. Do you know? Because utilities were asked to reduce the losses. And what the pretext was taken by the utilities? I am not blaming any utility, please. But scenario was reflected in such a way that because of agriculture consumers, this could not happen. Because of agriculture consumers, they are in the system, so they manipulated that data in a different direction, and they reduced the losses in most of the cases. I am not naming any particular DISCOM, but this was a loophole in the system. So government decided you segregate the feeders of the agriculture. So you segregate the agriculture feeders. Now the system almost in all states, all DISCOMs, agriculture feeders have been segregated. So this energy auditing, now it can be taken up very easily. At that time it was not possible. So now energy auditing is possible. You put a energy meter at the feeder end of the agriculture, and you segregate entire electricity which you are giving free of cost to the agriculture consumers. You deduct that. But loopholes is plugged. That is the point. Direct debit facility to be implemented in letter and spirit by DISCOM to build confidence in the minds of investor community. Further, a robust payment dispute resolution mechanism to be established to address the concerns swiftly. Implementation of hybrid models, RF, mesh, GPRS, NB-IoT, etc. to resolve the connectivity and blind spot related issues. A robust system architecture to be designed with rigorous security measures for data validation, privacy and encryption, access control and error checking. Presently, there are in the country 41 AMISP. Those have been impaneled by the nodal agencies. So, at least they must think of those areas. Now, from the DISCOM perspectives, what are the challenges? Capacity building of employees of DISCOM to manage the new system. We have to create capacity building of the officials of the DISCOM. Now, the capacity is also to be built up for the various customers, various officials who are dealing directly with the customers. Think about why we cannot create such kind of a customer relationship center just like a passport seva kendra. When everyone feels, if I am going to passport seva kendra, I am relaxed and I will come out easily with my resolution of the problems easily within 1 hour or 2 hours. They take a pride of that. Our country has modeled this kind of concept for passport seva kendra. Similar kind of is happening in Aadhaar seva kendra. So why this kind of could not be happen in electricity sector, in power sector? This can happen. We have to design a model in such a way by using particularly this kind of scheme, where this kind of scheme allows so kind of technology interventions. We can take advantage of that. Regulatory proactiveness to consider smart metering cost, especially in TOTEX model, as part of O&M expenses. Because under the scheme, these expenditures on AMISP has been treated as O&M expenditures. So, but every regulator has to come up with the easily acceptance of such expenditure for the benefit of the DISCOM, for the easiness of the DISCOM to be treated these expenditure and as O&M expenditures. Regulatory accordance on recovery of existing areas of the consumers in case of prepaid metering. Particularly this regulation is also required, how the regulator are accepting to address the issue of arrears. Appropriate use of massive real-time data getting generated by smart meters to enhance overall sector efficiency in various aspects. This is very, very important because data through the smart meters for the DISCOM, this smart meter data has to be generated in plenty. What the DISCOM will do with this data? This has to be prioritized by DISCOMs I think in the second half there is one presentation is also on this various analytics out of this data can be done and how the DISCOM can be benefited through this data. So these are the just opposite to that. These are the various online training program we can take up, a dossier of good practices to be published, country level regulatory mechanism is to be established, robust and acceptable recovery mechanism is to be evolved, and analytics cases has to be done. This is my last slide, just I am summing up. So what I have discussed with you, there are these 6-7 points on which I want to again stress upon. These have to be political will and right messaging from political leadership to build confidence in the minds of consumer is must. Enhance consumer awareness and take them on board through targeted media campaigns, road shows, convenience of use, responsiveness on grievances. Walk the talk. Start with all the government offices, house of government officials, public facilities, etc. and demonstrate the benefits so that common consumer can easily accept this prepaid smart meter points. And large scale capability building of manpower, both implementation and operation of SMS to deliver the massive program. Appropriate risk sharing with the AMISP and establishment of payment security mechanism to attract capable players. Policy support to enhance domestic manufacturing of smart meters and other associated systems including communication and standardization of the contracts, implementation scheme, philosophy, data usage like that. So ultimately, we have to carry out this scheme and make it successful for the benefit of the country, because country is going every year more than 1 lakh of crore of rupees of losses. And with various schemes where the money has been injected like anything, but the achievements, the benefits which we desired could not be achieved. So it is must for under RDSS through smart meter, although there might be some issues in the scheme, there might be some issues with the, but we have come across with the all challenges, we have to come up with the occasion, and we have to, for the benefit of the country, to save the DISCOMs and to turn them into the profitability. It is must that we should think over and we should come whatever, instead of pointing out 1 or 2 mistakes in that, it is better to resolve those issues and to implement the scheme. Thank you.